Today we are following through with our plan to make our game day awesome. Come join us. Okay, it is Tuesday and I just got back from Walmart pickup, and this is not all of it, but these items here are the ones that I had on my list. If you saw my Super Bowl, the game planner, that the video that I uploaded, these are the items that I had on that list. Okay, so in one of my videos, I mentioned that I like to make a list and, for my day. So here are all the things that I'm going to, or I hope to be doing on this day. This is like the Friday before the Super Bowl. I have here cooking day. I need to make ice, taco meat, chocolate chip cookies, and this is not for the Super Bowl, but snacks for Ashley's lunch. Okay, so over here is the ice. I've got that going, and I just need to put it in the freezer. This is the ground beef that I am about to add seasoning to and turn into taco meat. This is the seasoning I usually use, and I just wing it and I sprinkle it over the top of the meat. And it's just like, the packets that you get in the store where you sprinkle it on, and then in a moment I'll add a little bit of water to help it all come together. And it's delicious. If you haven't done it this way, it's very delicious. And if you're looking at this and you're thinking, about the chemicals and how it's not great to have that kind of seasoning or whatever, you're right. I agree with you. However, I had needed a break, and so I chose to get this for a little while, and then I will soon be making a video about the seasoning that I like to use and share that recipe with you. But this is what I'm doing for now. At this point, I'm just stirring it occasionally, keeping it on medium to low heat, and just letting it come together. This is what I got for the Super Bowl that I want to show you. This was at Party City, and I got these Patriots napkins, which I am so excited. And I got these Super Bowl, plates, like official logo and everything. I love that. That's really cool. And then I also got these Rams plates. And I got these little cups. This is also at Party City. I thought these would be perfect to put the queso in and salsa. And if we happen to make guacamole, which was not on my list, but we have the avocados and we have the jalapenos. We'll see how it goes, how hungry everybody is. This is the taco meat I talked about. I divided it into two. We're going to be using that for walking tacos. And I don't think all of us are going to exactly want that. And we don't need much. You don't need much meat for walking tacos. And then this is for meal night, and that's plenty for our family. I'm making the chocolate chip cookies. I am so excited because I didn't think I was going to be able to get that done. And I'm going to finish them and show you how I'm preparing them for Sunday. Here's what I've gotten done so far with the cookies. Okay, here's the dough that I have left, and I made a couple of sample batches to make sure that they would turn out okay and that I would be able to get them right. Ashley and I have each already tried one, and so and they're pretty good. And they're not overly sweet. They're just a chocolate chip cookie, and they're kind of buttery tasting, which is really good. But anyway, the two on the red lid do not have walnuts inside, and I added walnuts, and that's what's in the bowl right now. These on this cutting board are going to be, I'm going to continue to make these smaller size ones and freeze them so that we have them available in the freezer. This is the big ones, and I'll show you what I used. I used this larger sized Oneida brand scoop, and I'll try and link that down. I froze these. You can see it says no walnuts. And over here I have ones with walnuts, and they've been in the freezer, but they really need to be in a little bit longer. I wanted to show you. So the big ones are obviously going to be for the Super Bowl, and then all these little ones I'm going to pack. Now I'm going to go rest. It is Friday, and I have about an hour and a half before I have to go get Maddie from school, and I need to do some sit-down activities. Okay, so I'm on Friday, and I showed you how I like to make a list on a separate pad of paper, and sometimes I will use my own, like that. This is from my cutting and punching video. If you've not seen that, these are notes from that. I'm kind of repeating myself from here to here, but this is like my my like scratch area, and where I can just scribble, and you know, this looks like it too, but also I've added more things here to this space than this space, so I'm just kind of like really panning out the day and just kind of putting the whole day. And then the cooking day, which is today, we got all of that done. All I have to do is put the chocolate chip cookies to get the freezing part done. So at the end of the day, what would happen is I would go in here and I would check off the ice and the taco meat and the chocolate chip cookies, and I'd cross a line through that. So I got all those things done. And if I didn't get it done, I would do like they do in the bullet journal community, where you draw that arrow, that move forward arrow. That is totally what I would do. These two things are still left to do on the game plan. Tim and I talked about the TiVo part, and actually he saw it in my video. How funny. And anyway, but we did talk about that, and I'm going to work on tidying the room tomorrow, the family room tomorrow. And then this is the portion. So we got the Hormel chili, we got the tortilla chips, sorry, and then we got Rotel, we've got the Velveeta, we've got the Doritos, you saw all that, the taco meat, totally got that made, I'm very excited, and the shredded cheese we have, and the salsa we're going to make tomorrow, and the lettuce and tomatoes, I'm still going to leave it. We have all those, but I haven't chopped those up. I might chop it up, like, I might chop it up tomorrow and get it ready to go. That would be a great thing to do. Maybe I'll put Saturday and Saturday on this. And the cookies are done. I came very close to, like, you know, getting in the car and going somewhere. I got the paper plates and the napkins and the beer, and we got the ice made. Awesome. Let's see, order food needed. We did that because of Walmart. Buy food needed, did that. I shopped for the supplies, I did all that. Set up the area, I'll do that tomorrow, and then again on Sunday. And then decorate. I almost want to cross that off because I'm not really going to decorate much of anything. I might do that some year, but not this year. That's more for people that are having like several people over. If I was having a lot of people over, I would put out a tablecloth and, you know, stuff down the middle of the table or whatever. Okay, and then set up party. That'll be kind of like the food, so we'll do that. Anyway, we're in really good shape. I'll update you tomorrow when I do the salsa. We are going to be prepping our vegetables. Today is Saturday, and we're working with this space of our planner right for the Super Bowl. And so we're going to be making the salsa, and I'm also going to chop up the lettuce and the tomatoes and all of that. So let me show you what I've got going on. Okay, here I am making salsa, and the first thing I want to tell you is that I got a new stand for my phone, and somehow I had hit the fast motion or whatever it's called, and so now I'm making salsa at a very quick pace, and it looks like I'm very dangerous with the knife, but I promise you I'm trying to be careful. The second thing that I want to tell you is that I thought I had taken video of all of the ingredients I was going to be working with, but I cannot find that, so I'm not sure really what happened there. So I'll just go over that with you now, and you can see what I'm working with. So I'm making salsa, and as you can see here, I am chopping up the tomatoes and putting them in this bowl and trying to capture as much of the juice as I possibly can. As you can see here, I am using vine-ripe tomatoes, but you can really use any type of tomato that you want. I've used grape, cherry, and Roma. Usually it's whatever is available. In the smaller bowl, I'm setting aside tomatoes for any toppings that we want to add tomorrow. I'm chopping up the jalapeno now and being careful to keep my fingers on the outside of the pepper. This is the best method that I have found for doing that. I hardly ever get the juices on my fingers and burn myself like I used to. I'm putting only half of the jalapeno in right now, and once I taste it, we'll see. I am chopping up the onion now for both the salsa and for toppings. You might be wondering why I'm not using a food processor to get this job done. That is because ours is broken and I want to see if we can live without one. So far, I haven't had a problem where I actually needed it. As you can see, I am tearing up the lettuce so that we can make taco salads out of the ingredients. Okay, so the lettuce is in the sink, or not in the sink, but I have it laid out on a baking sheet and to dry. And let's taste the salsa and see how it is. These are the chips that we like to use. And let's see how it is. That is really good. Okay. One more. It really needs more salt, I think. Just a little bit more. It's going to be really good by the time we eat it tomorrow. Let's try one more bite. I wish I could share this with you. Okay. I'll eat those later, I promise. Okay, that is good. Okay, let me put everything together and I'll show you what I have and then we'll wrap this up because this is all we need to do today. That's it. I have all of these pieces that I need for tomorrow, all chopped and ready to go. The salsa, I'll cover that in a minute and put that in the fridge. And then onions and then tomatoes and lettuce and like leftover jalapeno that we can like stir in if we want it a little bit hotter, or I might use it in guacamole later this week, or if we don't do either one of those things, I'll put it in the freezer and save it for something. So it'll get used up for sure. But anyway, this was a lot of fun. I'll show you tomorrow. I will show you how we have it all put together. It is now Super Bowl Sunday, and as I glance at my clock, it is right around 5 o'clock, and my family's ready to come and eat, but I thought I'd like to stop for a second and show you how this plan that started with this particular planner, the game plan, and how it went from this to being the real life, what actually happened with that planner. And what I've shown you here is pretty close to what happens most of the time. Occasionally, something happens that derails us sometimes, but for the most part, this is how it pretty much goes. And so I thought I'd take a moment to go over the game plan and show you how all of this is finishing up. Here's our plan that we started with, and you can see on the list that we are down to setting up the party area, which was the family room. And on this side, it was Tim's job to set up the TiVo. We did that. That happened. He did his job and I did my job. And so those things are done. And so the party area is set up. Okay, now, then we have to set up the party part. Okay, now here's our chili, which that's what I'm wanting to eat. And we have our chili, and here's the plates that we bought. And the taco meat. I'll step back in a minute and show you the whole picture. Here's the taco meat, and our Doritos for walking tacos, and the lettuce for anything we want to do with that, and toppings, the ones that we cut up, the onions and the tomatoes. And here's the salsa with some cups to put the salsa in. And I don't know if you can tell, but my family kind of got into the salsa a little early, and that's okay. Here we have our queso, which is exciting to me, and cups for that. Chips, cookies, look at how big those cookies are. And our napkins, and that is it. Let me just scooch back here and show you. Just ignore my cabinets. I know they're horrible. It's really embarrassing. We're working on that. That is what it looks like. So it looks pretty good, I think. It all just came together. Okay, so we are ready to eat, and yeah, we're all hungry. Let's check off our last few steps. So set up the party, and I'm gonna go and enjoy my time with my family, and you should do the same thing. Let's make sure we got everything over here. I made the salsa yesterday and chopped up the lettuce and tomatoes yesterday. And so all of it is done. And Tim got his beer. The ice was made. So anyway, I hope you had a really great and fun Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not upset with you if you did not download my planner and did not use it to set it up. That's okay. I will forgive you. But I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a little something along the way. And if you like more videos like this, please let me know. And that's it. Thanks. Have a great Sunday. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and come follow me on Instagram. Take care, everybody.